Hello everybody, welcome back to Sector 1. We are here tonight for round 2 of the Sector 1 Boxer Beauty Community Series of Season 9. My name is Lenosis, and joining me in the commentary box tonight is your Community Series Race Director, Bumcrack. How are we doing tonight, Bumcrack?
Very well, thank you, mate. And how is everybody else out there? And welcome to tonight's stream.
Yeah, looking very, very interesting tonight. We have our 4 main game drivers joining us. No, 3. John, Woody, and Dadson, I believe, are the main game drivers on the grid for tonight. But we'll just have a quick look at the track map for tonight's race. This is where we are racing at. It is, of course, Brands Hatch. It's 31. Oh no, not 31 laps. It's 3.6 kilometers with 9 turns. And this track map is wrong. This is of course the track map used for the main game, but it's the same track nonetheless, same car nonetheless. Only thing that's different is the laps and the tyre fuel rates. But we will be running 2 20-minute races, second of which being reverse grid based on race 1 results, and a 10-minute qualifying system that we're all used to by this point. It's a staple of the community series, and we love to see that reverse grid second race. It always throws up some brilliant racing action, doesn't it, Plummer?
It does indeed. It's actually it's a great track for action. There's an opportunity almost at every corner.
Yeah, absolutely. And at times it can be such a tough track to pass on. And when the opportunity presents itself, one small mistake, and then that's when the chaos starts to begin, like we saw the other night in the Category 1 races.
Yes. I actually did actually remember you coming off the track there at Hawthorn, I think it was. That slowed you down quite a fair bit. That was nasty.
It's a very tough track to get right for 31 laps in the main game. So we'll see how these guys go for 2 20-minute stints each. What do you say we get jumped into qualifying, Plummer?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Just bear with me a minute.
No worries.
Get the lads
hello
underway.
To everybody in the chat. We've got Robert Rice. We've got Womble Bumcrack in chat, of course. Artsy is there. Levenspiel, Debrev. Nice to see everybody rocking up tonight for some brilliant racing action here at Brands Hatch. Should be a very fun watch. I mean, strategy shouldn't get in the way of things. It should just be a straight 20-minute sprint flag to flag, which we love to see. So let's see how they go in 10-minute qualifying.
I know, I've just hit the big button and they will be off it any second.
And we are racing or qualifying here at Brands Hatch. As the first few guys... Oh, that is a small error. Let me fix that real quick. I was supposed to say Brands Hatch. There we go. As the first few drivers make their way out on track for this 10-minute qualifying session here. We have Dadson leading everybody out in the number 43 car, the Dadson Doghouse car, I should say. We have Slapper Mate in second place, sporting the number 2 Black Rose car. FDR Powers in third, and I can't remember, he's got the Symmetry Signs car tonight in his hands. Fourth out on track is Scooter 82. He took the double last time out at Trial Mountain, back to back. He got the reverse grid race win in race number 2, and it was very confident indeed. I believe he won by 13 seconds in that second race, so very, very strong drive from Scooter last time out. And he's back at the same car, the black and gold Dadson 44 car. Very, very stylish. Tim Durags, sporting the pink and white of the REM, Revolution E Motorsports. The current championship leaders in Sector 1 after 2 1-2 finishes in the opening round in both the Category 1 and Category 2 race nights. Yeah, looking very ferocious at the start of this campaign, aren't they, Bumcrack?
Aren't they? A very flash-looking car. Hard to miss on track, that one.
Yeah, very colourful set of cars as well. The pink one is exclusive to the community series, but each of the 4 drivers have a different coloured car. I think there's a yellow one, a green one, maybe a blue one.
Yeah, I think you're correct.
Yeah, there's a couple of different colours thrown in there, and the pink one's the community car. I believe they were done by stickers as well.
Oh, were they?
Yeah.
Oh, they look pretty bloody good.
Absolutely. The pink one, of course, matching the colours of the main sponsor, Liquid Solutions there, who also are a main sponsor of Sector 1. They are the Division 3 Category 2 sponsor. 6th there, we have a returning name of NASCAR. Nice to see him back out on track. Former team owner of Team 53, who took a Drivers' Championship with TJ all the way back in Season 2. And he's back out there sporting the Blacklight Motorsport team car. We have Woody in 7th in your car, I believe. Isn't that right, Bob?
He certainly is. He's taking this one out for a run this week.
We have Bangers and Mash in 8th in the APR car, same as last week. You have Greg's in 9th. 10th is E-Bulk. Something like that. We've got Dragon Racer 11th. The Taxman in 12th makes his return for Lightning Motorsport. And John in 12th down there as well. And we're missing one off the grid, I think.
I think we are.
But anyways, after the first round of laps, Dadson is on top of the times with a 24-1. Now, if you watch Sunday night, you might be thinking that's not a very fast lap. And for tuning, you would be right. But the Community Series is exclusively run under BOP. Now, a BOP lap is about 2 seconds off what you can sort of do with tuning. So if you minus that out, that's essentially a 1 minute 22 flat Dadson has just dropped on the board to compare to Sunday night. Now, Dadson did go out and get a P3 in Division 2 on Sunday night. So, what a lap from John. 7/10 clear at the top of the times, a 23.4. So as I just said, a second and a half, 2 seconds off, and that's well into the 21s, much quicker than what we saw on Sunday night. Slappers mate not able to improve on that lap. Tim Durags puts a P4 with a 1:24.4 there. NASCAR sets a lap. Where does that put him? 11th. It's a little down off the pace, but expect NASCAR to fly up the order. As John is purple again. As he flies through Hawthorne, captures a little bit of grass, down through the gears, through Westfield. Oh, that's maybe a little bit wide over the gravel. Dips 2 wheels into the gravel, up through Sheen. Gets it right, yes he does, on the power. And he's down on his lap time by about 2/10 there. I don't think you'll be able to whip that up in the final corner. Which John is running the BSR colours tonight. With that pearlescent green colour. Oh, that might come with a 3-second penalty. That was very tight on pit entry there for John.
Dadson's got himself another blue lap.
Let's see what it is.
He'll improve his position.
It's the final corner on the power for the final time. What's it going to be? Oh, that's good.
Oh, close.
2/10 away from John there. Great lap from Dadson. We see Powers into 4th with a 1:24.3. That's a very respectable lap. Bangers and Mash sets a lap good enough for 10th at the moment, a 25.2. Greggs sets a 1:25.6. Scooter 1:24.4. Pits him at 7th at the moment. You can only go 8th at the moment in the Kraken Esports car. Might have to get him on the radio there, Bumcrack.
Yeah, I think the radio's broken from last week. They didn't get to repair that.
So the Taxman in the Lightning Motorsport car manages to pop at P5 at the moment. I believe he started on pole position last time out at Trial Mountain. And he's 8,000ths off Powers there in 4th. Drags gets shuffled down the order to make way for the account. 4/10 up. This is a mega lap from Tim Durags. Can he get into the 23s as he rounds the final corner? On the power. Oh, that's Powers running wide, crashing into the wall. Oh, that might scrub a little bit of time off Durags' lap time. He goes third quickest. 24-1. Losing a little bit in the final sector there, as bangs the mash down into the 24s. 24.898. Scooter goes quicker. Can only go P5 though. Oh, Woody straight to the pointy end of the times there with a 23.7. Third place for the Kraken Esports car. So getting on the radio must have done something.
Psychic.
Don't know what he heard because on Crack Records they didn't manage to fix it, but the message has gone through. You're slow. And then Woody's gone and gone third. He was perfect with the first. Oh, look at that. Dadson and Woody are separated by 0.02 of a second.
That snuck in there, didn't it?
Not much of a gap there. Probably couldn't fit a piece of paper between them. Dadson, 3/10 down. He's going to get one more crack at it here. Slappers sets a lap. Oh! Tim Durags straight to 4th place. That's a great lap from Tim Durags. 124.1 still. That 23 eludes Tim Durags. Makes a mash, sets another quicker lap there. We see at the bottom there. A 24.8. Scooter sets lap time that improves his time, but not his position. Goes within a couple of hundredths of Slappers mate. Woody improves to 2nd place. So does NASCAR. Not to 2nd place, I should say, but he just does improve. The Taxman goes 4th quickest. As we're right on board with Woody as he comes through 30s now. On the power, he's up 2.5 tenths. This could be a mega lap from Woody. Down Pilgrim's Drop. What's it going to be into Hawthorne? Let's have a look at the gap. He's purple. This is massive. Can Woody get it done? Into Westfield now. Using all that curb on exit. Yes, he does. Down through Dingledale. Into Sheen. Does he use the curb? Yes, he does. Perfect exit. So he sees somebody parked up on the left there. Oh, he's lost a little bit of time through that middle sector. What's it going to be? On the power. One more corner to go. Can he get the better of John here? Oh, that didn't look too neat from Woody on the power. Let's see what it's going to be. 21, 22, 23. No! He falls short by 0.08 of a second there. As NASCAR sets a lap good enough for 12th there. As I think we've got 3 more on a lap. It's John. Dadson's on a lap as well here. And Slappers. So it's 3 out of the top 4 that are on a lap. So these guys may all improve. Let's ride on board with Dadson at the moment. As he comes through the final sector. Looks like he's well and truly down. Is any of these guys up on their times? That's the question. As they approach the start-finish line, and Dadson's down. John improves, adds insult to injury here, and Slapper's mate does not improve either. So that's all she wrote for qualifying, I believe. Wowee. That was pretty close at the top there. I mean, it was looking like it was tight. And then John has put 3/10 on the field at the end there. John was telling me he would have been able to get a 22, but it eludes him in this qualifying session, unfortunately. So he'll have to settle for P1, 3/10 clear. But for now, let's have a look at the qualifying results of the Boxer Beauty Community Series Round 2 here at Brands Hatch. John 27 TCT is on pole position with a 123.2. Woody joins him alongside like Batman and Robin on the front row. I'll let you figure out who's Batman and who's Robin in that pairing. 3/10 clear is John. Dadson in third there with Slappers Mate on the second row of the grid. Scooter 82 can only amount 5th place. He's joined with the Taxman in P6. Tim Durag 7th. Powers in 8th. We've got E-Bulk in 9th. Let's just call him E-Bulk. And we've got 10th is Bangers and Mash in the APR car. We've got Dragon Racer in 11th for CP. NASCAR for Black Lighters in 12th. And Greg's is in 13th. So, definitely an interesting session, wasn't it, Bumcrack? Lots of plot twists there. I mean,
toing and froing.
Yeah, we saw people at the top of the times, people at the bottom of the times. It took a while for the likes of Scooter and Taxman to get up to speed, but in the end there, they put in some pretty respectable times and found themselves at the pointy end of the field. Tim Durags was in the mix there for a while. I think he was 3rd at one stage, but then once the times came in, dropped to 7th eventually, so just something to think about for the race. As we have a look to the YouTube chat at the moment, we see a couple more people. We've got Heafy in chat, we've got Excel, we've got BPM Livery and Design. Nice to see you all in chat. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday evening. So yeah, not much to do now apart from get race 1 on the road.
I'll hit that big red button now. 8 seconds. Good to see the Kraken car up the top though.
As they're lined up on the grid and waiting, the light sequence about to begin. One light, 2 light, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And they are out and racing here at Brands Hatch, 20 minutes. And it looks like John gets off to a ripping start over Woody. Through Paddock Hill Bend. Oh, Woody running a little bit wide. I mean, John running a little bit wide. Do they all make it through? Fine, but Woody into the lead of the race. That is brilliant. And does anybody run off wide? Oh, Bangers and Mash in the background there is a little bit wide. It looks like everybody's still pointing the same. No, somebody spun round.
Dragon Racer.
It's E-Bulk. Oh, and Dragon Racer's gone as well.
He's gone. Yep.
Oh, there's 2 gone there at the start of this one. As these guys head through down Pilgrim's Drop for the first time into Hawthorne. Single file for the most part. This is the kind of racing that you'll start to see at Brands Hatch. Mostly single file, but then you'll once you make a mistake and you step out of that line, you'll just get absolutely swamped. Oh, as we saw Slappers almost losing the rear end there of the Black Rose car. As these guys round the final corner to complete the first lap here at Brands Hatch of the Community Series. Into Pilgrim, not Pilgrim's Drop, Paddock Hill Bend for the second time now. Here's John lining up a move, he shows the nose to Woody. Doesn't quite blink at it though, Woody. He calls John's bluff. These two have been racing together for a long, long time. As John's still showing the nose, he wants to get this move done. See these two at the back here, Dragon Racer and E-Bulk. They've had a real tough time at the start of this one. We'll see if we can try and catch it on Liquid Solutions Action Replay and just what happened between these guys. Might not go far enough. We saw here, got Dragon Racer under pressure from Bangers and Mash. Oh, a little bit of contact there, and then what happened to Dragon Racer? head down the hill. And does he loop it on his own? Yes, he does. Loops it on his own, unfortunately. But these guys continuing on. Woody still at the head of the queue. And he sets a fast lap at 24.1. Very rapid pace from these guys at the moment. Dadson holding third. And the queue still very, very strong. Seeing two distinctive packs sort of forming here. We've got first to 8, all the way down to Powers there. And then we've got Greg's heading the second queue here, because we see Bangers and Mash running wide. These guys heading up the hill through Surtees. Already 4 minutes into this race now. As Woody's got 6/10 on John at the moment. Slappers mate under a lot of pressure from Scooter here. As they approach Sheen. And that gap ebbing and flowing a little bit out to 3/10 at the moment. Scooter looking very racy. He doesn't want to give up to these guys in front, the top 3. And the queue staying as it is for another lap here. As we see Greg's and Bangers and Mash pretty close on track. This is the battle for 9th at the moment. Into Druids for the 4th time. Looking back up the front, and we've got Woody, John, Dadson, Slappers. Still single file for the most part, but that gap to Dadson and Slappers has opened up over a second now. That could be crucial in this race. Slappers can't close up that gap to Dadson. The front 3 are going to skip away, and it looks like they're already doing so. 1.2 seconds already. Running wide. Slappers, he spun it! Oh dear! That's disaster for the Black Rose car. As we'll have a look on the Liquid Solutions action replay, just what happened to Slappers. We're right on board, and if it's what I think it is, yeah, just grass spun round. Not much you can do about that. And he finds himself into the wall, unfortunately.
Grass is quite slippery here at Brands Hatch.
Yep, absolutely. It was already pretty bad before the update, but as of now, it's made even worse. It's compounded as PD. They've made the grass even slipperier. So you put 2 wheels onto that grass, or even just the rear wheel, and the rear end immediately comes around and you have no hope of saving it.
Although there are some patches which you'll find have got the reinforcing mesh underneath them, which actually offer quite a fair bit of traction. It's hard to tell the difference unless you're doing escape stuff.
Yep, exactly.
Then and then you think, oh, that's why I get more traction in there.
Yeah, it's all about who's done their research this week. Woody and John still holding that gap to 4/10 with Dadson not far out of the picture either. This is a promising drive from Dadson as well. He's driven brilliantly at the moment. A Scooter 82, a 1.5 behind the front 3 at the moment. You'll be looking to catch right up to the back of him and push for a podium in this race. Tinder Rags isn't too far out of it either. He's still within touching distance of Scooter. 8/10 at the moment is the gap. Now you've got the Taxman, who's just on the cusp of slipstream at the moment. 1 second is usually the threshold to grant you slipstream, so just being on the cusp there, he's just got to find a little something out of the fuel tank to get back up to these guys ahead and hopefully pull himself along.
But Slappers mate having a good move.
As these 3 Yeah, these three having an absolute battle for the ages. We've got Slappers, Mate Powers. No, Slappers, Mate Greggs, and Bangers and Mash still going at it. 8th place is the position they're fighting for, as we see Bangers in the background show the nose, but doesn't go for the move there. He gets the run though, pulls to the outside. He might not get the overlap, uses a little bit of slipstream. Slappers has already taken off 1 second down the road, so there's not going to be much slipstream advantage from these guys. All this battling is going to see his Slappers take off into the distance as well. Oh, Vega's really pressuring the rear end of Greggs at the moment. Shows the nose at Sheen, but backs out of it. That's... Oh!
No.
Greggs has lost it. Oh, dear. As we'll have a look on the Liquid Solutions action replay, how he's done that. That looked like he lost it before the corner. Oh, grass on the outside, lost it. Oh, that's a very odd incident there.
I was about to say how nice that car looked in the sunshine.
That was odd. He sort of like ran wide and then halfway through the corner the rear end came round. Because Sheen is a very odd corner in that you have to get it turned in early, and if you run offline, then it falls away from you. It's off camber. Ask me how I know. It's not a very fun corner when you don't hit the apex. It sucks you to the outside and you can't get a good run, but when you do nail it, it feels absolutely perfect. And it's such a satisfying corner to get right. The same can be said about a lot of the corners on this track. Very hard to get right, but once you do, they are very rewarding. And they feel... Oh, Woody almost loses it there, as John is sniffing the exhaust fumes out of the back of that BMW Kraken M3. Could we see a move for the lead in the next few corners? John looking very racy, 1/10 at the moment. Can he get it inside for Paddock Hill? He pulls to the inside, forces Woody offline. 2x2, down the hill. John's going to get it, slides his way into the lead of the race. That's a brilliant move by John, covers it off so Woody can't fight back into Druids.
What a cracker of a move.
Yeah, takes a lot of balls to do it through Paddock Hill.
Doesn't it?
Watch that again on the Liquid Solutions action replay. He lined this up from Woody's mistake all the way at Sheen, but at the first available moment, this is what I was talking about. You make one mistake and get shuffled out of the line all the way down. As it looks like Scooter's bridged the gap to Dadson here as well. Currently sitting at 7/10. So this is race on. This front five are all fighting for a race win now. You haven't got accounted too far out of it either. So he's 3 seconds astray. So any sort of battling with 8 minutes left in this race, that's going to see him straight back up into things. Once again, ask me how I know.
Bangers and Mashers seem to have found themselves down the tail of the field again and having some nice battles.
Yeah, he's dropped a couple of positions. I believe he was up in P9 at some stage. So finding himself down the order in 12th. Something must have happened there, and he finds himself... These two must be attacking.
Yeah, but Greggs was up there with him, so they both found grief.
Yeah. Well, Greg spun it Sheen, so...
That's correct, yes.
Oh! Woody's run offline! And this is what I'm talking about. One mistake and you get shuffled down the order. Dadson goes through on Woody. Luckily for Woody here, Scooter is too far behind to really punish that mistake. But yeah, the only real way to overtake, unless you force a move like what John did, is to just wait for a mistake. It's a track that you have to drive absolutely perfect. Oh, he's run wide again. Woody on the limit of grip. He is a controller driver, so maybe the tyre wear starting to affect him.
Yeah, the new tyre model, they do get affected a lot earlier in their life.
Yep. 7.5 minutes to go, not long left in this one. And things are starting to spice up at the front as John's already put 7.5 tenths on Dadson here. So, I mean, John at Brands Hatch, BOP, I just don't think there's any stopping him at this point. It's going to take something big to stop John at this rate of the race.
Hopefully a reverse grid.
Yeah. As somebody else has lost it as well down in 11th. Oh no, yeah. Dragon Racer. He's dropped to 12th there, and Bangers and Mash has gone up a position into P11.
Yeah, I think Greg's has had an incident. What's he? Oh, his times look alright. Oh, 4 laps to go, 5 laps to go. He had a big one.
Yeah. As John's already put 1.3 seconds on the field. What a drive from John. As Dadson, he's trying to hold off the 3 drivers behind him of Woody, Scooter and Tim Durags. Through Dingledell into Sheen now. Oh, that's a little bit wide from Dadson. That's going to compromise his exit. As Woody closes up a little. It looks like he doesn't get the best to run through that corner there. 6 minutes remain on the clock. These guys still in a line. We have Accountant back there as well, not too far out of reach, but he does have a penalty. The tax man, he's been caught for tax fraud here, and he's picked up half a second penalty. Slapper's there in 7th. He's been doing all right. He's showing good lap times, and he was up there with those front 5. But he had that incident all the way back on lap 4, and still trying to find his feet. 10 seconds astray of the lead pack at the moment. Power's there, 8th. Looks like he's had a bit of misfortune somewhere along the line. Can't quite see where.
Lap.
Oh no, he
Last lap,
was
by
the
the
one
looks of
on the first one. Lap 1 maybe.
Yep.
But last lap, yeah, was a bit slow, 128. Maybe he's had a small off. We've got E-Bulk, who was involved in lap 1 as well. We've got NASCAR. Don't think there's anything really off with those times. But yeah, we've got John a 1.5 ahead of the guys behind already. And we've got Dadson, who's put 8 tenths on Woody now, with Scooter, Durags, and Scooter, Durags just behind him. Oh, as we see him move, Tim Durags pulls to the inside of Scooter. Fires it down the inside, gets it done, just like we saw with John and Woody, but Scooter comes back at him. Oh, the room was not there. That was a door closing faster than it opened. So we have a look on the Liquid Solutions action replay once again. So we saw these guys, we saw Tim Durags show the nose, fired it down the inside, gets it done at Paddock Hill Bend, and then we saw Scooter try and show the nose down the inside, but Levenspiel, no, why am I saying, I saw the 111 on the side of the car. It's Tim Durags, his teammate. Comes it off nicely. But what that does mean now is that these two have lost touch with Woody. Woody's not too far out of things on Dadson either. 6 tenths is the gap currently. John is well and truly checked out. 2 seconds to the good at the moment. These guys should get another 3 laps on my calculations. Not everyone will though. It'll be touch and go for the accountant in 6th there.
Yeah, tyres are all starting to look a bit sad on all the cars. They're all very even. Oh, actually Tim Durags has saved some tyres quite nicely. Scooter's actually looking pretty sad on his tyres.
Yeah.
He's giving him a very hard time.
which the tyres should last till the end of the race. Wait,
They should, but
it's touch and go.
there's two different things here.
Yeah.
Scooter's looking really sad on his tyres. He might get lucky.
Yeah.
Or
He's only
someone
got
like,
to use them for two laps, I think.
possibly yes, but even that would be sketchy, I think.
Yeah. As the taxman is slowly reeling these guys back in now. 2 seconds is the gap. Was out to 3.5. So what's the taxman looking like on tyres?
He's looking pretty good with about 50% wear, compared to Scooter 82 with about 85% worn.
So that's probably where that pace difference is coming in, and he is just
Certainly
eating time out of Scooter. 1.4 seconds. He gained 4 tenths alone through that final sector.
Yeah. Scooter is losing a fair bit of time to Tim Durags in front of him.
Should be 2 laps to go, including this one. And the taxman is setting very good pace at the moment. 3 tenths off the quickest time that he's set in this race, which was on lap 9. That gap coming down, 1.3, 1.2. And the point of the lap that's really going to hurt for Scooter is this middle sector of the track, where it's really punishing those right tyres, particularly the left tyres, particularly the left front.
Oh, he's starting to get a bit wiggly.
Yeah. As the taxman is under 1 second, he is within slipstream range. He's going to have 1 lap to have a crack at Scooter. Can he get it done? John is completely checked out. Dadson's built a respectable gap over Woody
He has indeed.
We've got Tim in 4th. Scooter in 5th, who is really in trouble from the taxman now. Could the taxman take P5 in the dying stages of this race? That'll be it for Slappers, and Powers will be next. We look back up to Taxman, and he is right up underneath Scooter now. 7 tenths, 6 tenths. As we see E-Bolt cross the line ahead of NASCAR in 10th. We have Bangers and Mash in 11th. Dragon Racer will come home in 12th. The accountant, 6 tenths to the good at the moment. Tim Durags must be struggling on tyres as well, as Scooter's catching him at a rate of knots as well. 8 tenths the gap between them. Can the taxman get it done in the dying stages of the race? 4 tenths. Westfield and now Sheen, this is going to be a crucial corner. Scooter needs to get it absolutely perfectly. Taxman loses it. Oh, that was not ideal, but that could be it for him, for his chances of a P5 finish. But it will be John who rounds the final corner, and he's going to get it done in extraordinary fashion. P2 on the grid, comes home in P1. Dadson with a very respectable drive as well. P2 for him. Woody completes the podium. Durags 4th, Scooter 5th, and the accountant will come home in 6th place. And that is all for round 1. Race 1. Sorry, guys. We have race number 2 coming right up. But before that, we'll just have a quick squiz at the race results for race number 1. Here's how they finished. John finished P1 without fastest lap. Those honours go to Dadson in P2 with a 1:23.8. Diswood in 3rd there, Tim Durags 4th, Scooter 82 5th, BVL Accountant in 6th, Slappers Mate 7th, Powers 8th, E-Bolt 9th, NASCAR 10th, Bangers and Mash 11th, Dragon Racer 12th, and Greg's 13th. So that they're going to be lining up the opposite way for race number 2, isn't that right, Bumcrack?
They certainly will be. I'll get the reverse grid sorted out during our intermission.
Yeah. Speaking of, we will just head to a quick intermission, and we will be right back with the racing action. So We'll talk to you guys in a couple of minutes. Don't go anywhere, guys. Race number 2, reverse grid action, coming right up. Hello everybody, we are back for race number 2. The grid is just being sorted and we will be ready momentarily. How long till we're ready to go?
Give me one more minute.
Okay, 1 more minute. We have a look to the chat. Thanks for joining us, guys. We see a few more names there. We've got Foss. We've got Ghost in chat as well. Nice to see you all, everybody. Thanks for coming out. If you haven't already, make sure to smash the like button. It's nice to see good numbers in the chat on a Thursday night. 19 currently viewing. So if you can all just smash the like button, it just helps us out in the long run. Helps us get more viewers to the stream and helps us get it out there for more to see on YouTube, which can only be positives for the league. But yeah, if race 1 is anything to go by, with this single file sort of racing action that Brands Hatch typically gives us, then race number 2 is going to be hectic because you've got the fast guys trying to make a way through, but they can't. So it'll be a good test to see who has brilliant racecraft and who's going to fall slightly short towards the end here. So, So it looks like we're ready to go, aren't we, Bumcrack?
Certainly are. I just have to hit the button.
Hit the button.
Away we roll.
As the drivers make their way out on track. It's Greg's on pole, Dragon Racer alongside. Who's going to win the race to the first turn? Track position is key around here. Here we go. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And they're out and racing here at Brands Hatch for race number 2 of the Boxer Beauty Community Series. Looks like Greggs gets off to a brilliant start. Manages to hold the inside line over Dragon Racer there. Oh, huge spin. And it looks, oh, that's contact, huge contact, 4 or 5 cars there. That might be cause for a red flag.
I believe it might be.
All right. Because that was a massive incident. We saw lots of cars off in the background there. Yeah, the final 3 there. So that looks like it's going to be it for race number 2 here. As we see somebody else spinning out there as well. Red flag is the call. Drivers will now exit out, and the good thing is that the grid should already be set by host, shouldn't it?
I hope so. I will just double check it regardless. But
once everybody ticks in, it should give us the order. It looks like as people tick in, it is retaining the order, which is nice to see.
Seems to.
Yeah. So this should, in theory, be one of the quickest red flag restarts you'll ever see in a Sector 1 stream.
We'll see.
It would be a lot quicker if everybody ticked in. Come on, guys. Click the big green button. I know you want to. It's John and Greg's. Everybody yell at Greg's. Greg's, click the button.
There he goes.
Okay.
Is that him?
So I think we're ready to go. Attempt number 2.
We are in the right order, is it?
Yep.
Seems to be, yes. And off we go.
Okay, attempt number 2 here at Brands Hatch. Let's hope that this goes a little bit better than it did last time. So drivers out on grid once again. One light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, revs rising. And they're out and racing once again. Oh, Greggs gets a terrible start. and they're all checking up. But Dragon Racer has absolutely taken off at the start here. Look at that. He's got the whole track to himself. Do they all make it through cleanly? I think that. No, somebody's
Almost.
gone. Oh no.
Lost one.
And it once again is E-Bulk who gets a terrible start off the line, unfortunately. And he is going to be dropped to the rear of the pack. But what it means for now is that Dragon Racer is holding the lead by a second and a bit over Bangers and Mash. Powers there in third. Got Slapper's mate fourth. Woody already up to fifth and he's pressuring for fourth. He's going to pull to the inside. He's going to get that done. Over Slappers. It looks like Slappers under pressure from Scooter as well. As they make their way through Hawthorne. Oh! John side by side in the background with... Who was that? Oh. What have I done? That's, wow. Okay.
Powers is under a lot of pressure.
They're all under a lot of pressure. As these guys make their way to the final corner here. Dragon Racer still holding the lead. He's got 4/10 over Bangers and Mash. Powers holding up Woody almost here. Is that gap to the lead? 1.4 seconds at the moment. Oh, as we saw somebody in the background there, we see John firing it down the inside. Contact! Oh, that could have been really bad for John. He's almost run at the back of Woody there. That could have been very bad indeed. We'll have a look on the Liquid Solutions action replay and what happened through here for John. As he fired it down the inside and then grazed the rear bumper of Woody. That was a close one. A little bit too close for comfort to the Kraken Esports car there, Bumcrack.
Yeah. They're still making wraps though.
Yeah. They're all pointing in the right direction as John, looking very aggressive and racy, shows the nose to Woody coming into Westfield. Up into Sheet now. Woody keen to make a pass on Powers. They're single file. This is where mistakes are going to be made. When you're bumper to bumper, flying through corners at 250 kilometers an hour. Under brakes for the final turn. As John's still showing the nose to Woody. As Woody tries almost a desperate dive there on Powers, but it doesn't open up. Will he try it this time? Oh, John and Woody both firing down the inside. It looks like Woody's going to get through on Powers. John's going to follow him through, and this is what I'm talking about. You make a mistake, and all of a sudden, a whole... Oh! Powers comes back at him. John down the inside. They're through wide. Holy moly. That's incredible. And now John manages to find his way through. As they're 2 by 2 by 2 in the queue through Surtees. Woody down to 6th now. We've got John up to 3rd. Dragon Racer has taken off 1.3 seconds down the road. We've got Bangers and Mash there. We've got Scooter and the Powers side by side through Hawthorne. As it looks like Scooter has to back out. We've got John on the outside of Scooter there as well. Nobody's giving anyone an inch. This is incredible racing. So have a look on the replay real quick. As we see Woody open the door to try and fly on by. Then we see John try and get alongside. Powers tries to fight back against Woody. John goes to the inside. They're 3 wide on that curve through Graham Hill Bend there. And then into Surtees. We saw John and Powers side by side. Scooter there as well. A little bit of grass. And wow, this is brilliant racing action. These guys still single file. We've got John on Bangers and Mash. This is the move for P2. Lots of racing room given, but it looks like Bangers and Mash is going to hold off for now. John tries the under over like he did before on the previous lap. Is it going to open up for Surtees? Yes, it does. Bangers and Mash tries a bit of a defensive move, but eventually returns to the racing line. And then John waited for that return and then just fired it down the inside up to P2 there for John. That's a good move there. That's alarm bells for Dragon Racer now. He's only got 1.5 seconds to John. Inside. Oh, Bangers and Mash run wide. He's off the track at Hawthorne. And that leaves the door open for Powers. He's going to fire it down the inside as Bangers and Mash has gone off. Oh, dear. That is disaster for Bangers and Mash. So we'll catch that on the replay. Let's see what happened here. How's he done this? Oh, he's just got stuck off out the outside and not much he can do about that. Back to the front now. We've got Dragon Racer. 3 seconds ahead. Oh, what's happened to John? John's made a mistake. He's down to 7th place. Let's try and catch it. Oh, that's what I'm talking about. That is disaster. You make one mistake and you lose 5 or 6 positions. This is the sort of racing that happens at Brands Hatch. So he's hit the wall at Sheen, I think, because he had damage on the front of that car. That's not gone well for John. Was in 2nd place, but now he's down to 7th. So he might hit the wall at Sheen, and then he was still in 2nd place, but then he just lost all those positions back up the front. And now he's down to 7th. There's 5 cars within a second or so, so that could be the end of John's race. But what that means now is that Scooter and Woody are right here chasing down Dragon Racer for P1. This is anyone's game. Taxman there with the fastest lap as well. He's all the way down in 9th place. And he's got a 1:23.8 to his name. Fastest lap. He had a 1:31 on the last lap though, so he's gone off somewhere.
What, LP 11 in the pits?
Oh no. So that'll go down as a mechanical retirement for the Red Mist car.
It's looking that way. Not refueling. Looks like the mechanics are out there with the computer.
As Dragon Racer, 1.5 seconds to the good over Scooter at the moment. Oh! Just a huge action down the back here for this battle pack. As we see Powers by the looks of it. No, who was it? It was Dadson maybe. Let's have a look on Liquid Solution Action Replay. What's happened here? So Dadson down the inside of Powers. And then as they head down the hill, we see Slappers down the inside of Powers as well. A little bit of contact on the apex. That looked like Powers turned in on him. And yeah, so John gets by as well. So that's 4 positions lost by Powers in 2 corners. Dragon Racer at the front. That lead has diminished entirely. 1/10 the gap back to Scooter. It's a question of when, not if at this point.
Well, if it manages to slow Scooter down a little bit, this wood's not very far behind.
And it didn't last long. Scooter pulls to the inside. Edges himself into the lead of the race. As they come through Paddock Hill Bend. On the brakes, and Dragon Racer, he's late on the brakes, but Woody touches doors. Down the inside, he's going to get that done into turn 2. Druids as well. Dadson and John line to stern at the moment. Shows the nose now, John into Surtees. Can he get it done? They're side by side. Dadson makes that easy. Minimum time lost for the 2 of them. On their quest for the lead of this race. Things are starting to shape up now. As Dragon Racer, can he hold up John and Dadson to allow Scooter and Woody to get away as soon as possible? John is on a charge after that mistake earlier in the session. He wants this win. Halfway through this race now. John has absolutely dropped Dadson here as well. 8/10 already. As John's up on his time, this could be going for a purple lap as well. As he gets Dragon Racer in a straight line. towards the last turn. Can he get it done? Yes, he can.
It does.
Nice move from John around the outside there. As now Dadson is the next in the queue to try and overtake Dragon Racer. As up the front, Woody and Scooter still going at it, 8/10 at the moment. Dadson can't be all eyes forward either because he's got slappers right behind him as well. He needs to look at his mirrors just a touch.
Slappers has been getting very close in some corners.
Without slipstream, Dragon Racer is a sitting duck. That's what you need in this race, slipstreams. A little bit of a slipstream, buddy. 1.4 seconds to John up ahead, so he's well and truly not going to have any slipstream advantage. But Dadson looks for a move, looks for a way by. It's all single file track through here though. Through Sheen. Oh, shows the nose! Oh, ho, ho, ho. That was a brave attempt by Dadson, and he backed out of it wisely. Down to the final corner, he's going to get it done. Shows the nose to the inside, under brakes, can't quite get it done. The door closes from Dragon Racer once again. But now Dadson under pressure from Slappers. All this attacking, he's been looking too much forward and not enough in his mirrors because he's got Slappers knocking on that back door. As Dadson needs to try and defend and also attack at the same time. Takes a very skilled driver to defend and attack at the same time. Can he hold his position? He's under a lot of pressure as we've got Powers in there as well pressuring the back of this queue. Into Surtees. Dadson looking for a way through. Oh, Powers loses the rear end. That's not gone well for him. Still drifting it. We'll have a look on the Liquid Solutions action replay at just what's happened there. A little bit wide, catching those curbstones, and the rear end spits out. Not much you can do about that. Scooter 82's put a second on Woody at the moment. John is charging Woody down. 7 minutes left in this one. Not long left to go. Oh, Dadson's gone off. He's down in 7th.
Yeah.
See if we can catch that on the replay. See where Dadson... Oh! That's a huge off at Sheen. That's not gone well for Dadson. That explains what's happened to him then. We didn't quite catch all of it, but seeing that doghouse car in the gravel trap tells us enough of the story, and we can deduce the rest. But what that does mean is that Bangers and Mash and the Taxman are right behind. These guys are well into the thick of it. As we've got Scooter and Woody and John not too far away from one another, this front three. We've got Slappers and Dragon Racer, he's got 5 seconds, so he started from 2nd place, I believe, and now finds himself in 5th. He'll be pretty chuffed with this, I reckon. This is a great show.
He's done pretty well. Yeah, absolutely. Not many mistakes, and under a lot of pressure from some very fast drivers.
Yeah. Like, it's all well and good being a little bit off the pace, but it's driving around other drivers and being spatially aware, not taking anybody out, allowing you to defend your position enough, but also not causing too much of trouble. Because a big part of racecraft is driving predictably and your opponents knowing where you'll be on the track. And he's done just that. And there's a little bit of misfortune for the people around him, but he's done a brilliant job. All the credit to him, because you've got to be in it to win it. And that's what he's done. 4 seconds to the good at the moment, sitting P5. Got Powers and Dadson going at it. Powers with a penalty. Dadson shows the nose, throws it down the inside at Druids. Oh, can't quite pull alongside, get into that, up to that A pillar to get him some racing room. These two on the run down to Surtees now. We've seen the background there. Tim Durags and the accountant still going at it. So the accountant's had another moment here. He's dropped to P10. He is not going to be too happy with that one bit. Oh, somebody's gone in the background there. Was that Dadson or Bangers and Mash? Maybe? I'll have a look. I saw somebody off in the background of Surtees.
Bangers and Mash and Dadson still.
Somebody had a big moment through Surtees. Oh, it was Bangers and Mash. Car control. That was a real tank slapper. As Powers will serve the penalty, Dadson's going to go through. Bangers and Mash is too far back to really pressure Powers from that penalty. So it'll be one position lost by Powers due to that half-second penalty. Now Dadson can get his head down. 4 minutes remain. Can he close up that 4.3 second gap to Dragon Racer in 5th? It's going to be a tight one. Up the front, things are closing up. We've got Woody 3/10 over John. Scooter's a second down the road. So if John can get a wriggle on here and get the move done on Woody, that means that Scooter could be in a little bit of trouble. Oh, what's happened to Dragon Racer? Is he disconnected? Oh, no, that's not the way you want it to end. He was driving so well in P5, had 5 seconds over Dadson, and he's disconnected from the race. That's unfortunate for Dragon Racer.
He was up there for driver of the day in my book, up till now.
So that'll be the second retirement of this race number 2. Powers has another penalty. Where is he picking up these penalties? There's only really 2 places you can get a penalty on this track. And
he's got a full second of them. Did he?
Yeah.
Did I see a full second on him?
Oh, Powers closing the door on Bangers and Mash, but a little bit of contact. Bangers and Mash saying, I am still here. As these guys, 6th and 7th at the moment, the number 874 and the number 28. And not far behind them, we've got Tim Durags and the Taxman knocking on the back door of Bangers and Mash, the APR car here.
John's given Diswood a bit of curry up at the front there.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh! John and Woody banging doors, and Woody's going to go, John's going to go through on Woody. Might catch that one on the Liquid Solutions Action Replay. Let's see what happened. And John pulled to the inside, gave him a little tap on the apex and forced him wide. To Slapper's mate as well. He's in a bit of no man's land here. He's got Woody and John 7 seconds down the road, and then he's got 5 seconds back to Dadson. So, which Dadson's closed up that gap quite a bit, as it was at 6 seconds a moment ago. So he's currently sitting at a second and a bit of lap to Slapper's mate. He's gaining very, very fast. As these 4 line to stern at the moment. We've got Powers. Oh, Tim Durags down the inside of Bangers and Mash. Can he get it done? Yes, he does. But Bangers and Mash still got his foot in the door. He's going to come for the switchback. Sweeps it around the outside. Does Tim Durags get it? Yes, he does. And that looks like the Taxman's going to slide on through as well. Potentially. No, Bangers and Mash still going at it. Tries to stick it down the inside. But finally, Tim Durags is a whole car length in front. Wow, brilliant racing action there.
Great drive.
How have they done all that without any contact? Bangers and Mash tries to show it down the inside again, but can't quite get it done. Oh, he's in front.
Yeah.
That was a bit of aggressive driving there, but he managed to...
Did he exchange paint?
Yeah. Through Sheen now. Durags right up under the rear bumper of Bangers and Mash.
I'll take it.
Is he going to fire it down the inside? Yes, he does, into the final corner. Can he get it done? Yes, he does. Bangers and Mash off the track. Finds himself into the gravel at turn, at the final. Oh! And almost saves it as well, but eventually.
Oh no, and he's lost
out.
a few position.
Yeah, it looked like it was just going to be a quick excursion to the gravel, but he spun it recovering the car, unfortunately. So got a half on track and a little bit of a rear end slap, and then overcorrection gone. Unfortunate for Bangers and Mash there. Was putting up a great battle against Tim Durags. Oh, that's the end of the race.
Hang on. No, we've still got the top three running here.
Oh, we do too.
This wouldn't John have been. I don't know what's happened there. I thought John was in front, wasn't he?
Yeah. Hang on. What's happened?
John's had a bad moment.
Maybe, or maybe he's redressed for that incident back there at Hawthorne. But as it stands for now, Scooter 82, he's going to round the final corner momentarily. And he's going to take P1. Drove absolutely spectacular.
Oh.
And out of the first 4 Community Series races, he's taken 3 race wins. Wow, Scooter 82, what a drive. P1. Woody will take P2. And John will come home in 3rd place. And that concludes everything there. So, I didn't even realise it was the last lap, eh? So much racing action, I was still going at it.
And they were at it to the end.
Yeah. As we'll have a look at the race 2 results for that one. This is how they shaped up. Scooter 82 takes P1. Woody there in P2. We have John 3rd with the fastest lap of the race. Slappers Mate 4th. Dadson there in 5th. We have Powers in 6th. Tim Durag 7th. The Accountant in 8th. Bangers and Mash 9th. NASCAR takes 10th. We've got Greg's in 11th. E-Bolt retired the car, and Dragon Racer disconnected, retired as well. But wow, that race had a bit more action than the first.
It certainly did.
Kept going. It was the race that just kept on giving.
Yeah, those mid-pack fights between sort of 4th down to 8th were very sort of tight, constantly changing.
Yeah, absolutely. So who's your driver of the day?
Well, shame. Tough call.
You can give it to someone who did retire.
I can. Yeah, well, I'll give it to him. Yeah.
It was a good drive from Dragon Racer.
Dragon Racer.
He probably would have got 5th as well had he not disconnected. So I reckon he can take that as well as a 5th place. Add that to his collection, I reckon. And for I reckon he's going to take my driver of the day as well. Not a great first race, but he bounced back, drove very well, and unfortunate that he had to disconnect towards the end there. So make sure to chuck your driver of the days down below. We've got Robert Rice giving his driver of the day of Slappers Mate. That's a good driver of the day as well. He had a bit of a quiet day. He sort of in the first race just sat in the battle pack and didn't really defend, didn't really attack, and then in that second race found himself in a good bunch of clean space. 7 seconds ahead, 5 seconds behind. But yeah, sometimes those are the toughest times to race in, when you just got nothing but your own mind to keep your company on track, and you just got to lap, hit the apex on the corner, you know. So yeah, he's done well there. That's a great drive from Slappers Mate, P4 in race number 2, so he's done well there. Jackson Dean says drive the day Slappers. That's yep, another good call. Not many other drive the day nominations being thrown in. Come on, guys, chucking your 10 cents.
Yeah.
We are collecting them. That's what sponsors the prize for next season. All the 10 cents being thrown in. It's like a wishing well. Like, you just throw it in, never to be seen.
So Womble's
again.
actually bought himself a new car.
Yeah, with all the 10 cents that he's got from driver of the days.
Oh, hang on, he paid himself for that.
Is that how it works?
Yeah.
If you're the one throwing in the 10 cents, do you gain money? Is it infinite money glitch?
Hey, this is PlayStation.
Well, nobody else is playing ball tonight, unfortunately. We've only got 2 driver of the day votes. Everyone's been a little bit standoffish. Come on, guys, throwing your driver of the day votes, because otherwise we've got nothing else to talk about. We're going to sign things off here. But good numbers in tonight's stream. It peaked out at about 25, which is good to see. Nice numbers, which we really appreciate everybody coming out tonight. Thursday night's a bit of a weird night because not everybody's available and it's hard to fill the grids to get 14 up on track.
It's true, and there's only 17 likes there too, I might remind you all.
Yeah. But yeah, so once 14 people out on track, and then to have another 25 watching along as well, it's nice to see. I mean, those sorts of numbers, not really comparable to our Sunday nights, but it's a Thursday, everybody's knocked off work, and people have things to do, so yeah, appreciate that everybody comes out. Oh, that's a good call. Scooter had a great race as well. Lackluster first race for Scooter, and then bounced back in the second race on the reverse grid, made his way through the pack, and yeah, up into P1. That was a great drive from Scooter, which that's another good shout from Jackson Dean there.
Yeah.
Scooter definitely high up there. He's in contention for driver of the day. So yeah, I mean, come on, guys. Why is nobody putting it in the chat? This is really annoying. I don't like this. Well, if nobody else is going to chuck a driver of the day nomination, okay, there we go. Dadson's thrown one in. Driver of the day, Scooter. Well, that's another good shout as well. Dadson drove a brilliant race in race 1 as well. He was a little... He did. Not far off in race number 2. But yeah, race number 1, Dadson drove very well. Finished P2. So that's very promising from Dadson. Another good race from him.
But I do think he's a bit biased there, Scooter.
I mean, Dadson and Scooter, I mean, they've always been pretty close. They were racing with one another for multiple seasons there.
They certainly were at Dadson Racing.
Yeah. But anyways, I think, yeah, so join us back here on Sunday night. We are back here once again. Brands Hatch, Category 2, we'll be racing Divisions 3 and 4. Kicking us off from 7 o'clock AEST. And that will be a good night of racing. I don't know who's the streamer. It's probably me. I don't know who will be there. I'll get that up for you real quick. Let me have a look. Stalling while I open the website. It will be myself. Yes, it is myself. So I will be back on Sunday. And it's us again. Yes, everyone gets to hear us again, Bumcrack.
Well, I'll be in for the Division 3 race.
Yes.
I think I've got to double check.
Yeah.
Want to turn up late to the party?
Or as what Carbon Boys put it in here as, Cat 2A.
That's them.
But anyways, we'll catch you all on Sunday night for Category 2B and 2A. Category Cat 2B or not 2B. Anyways, we're going to sign things off for now. It's Lanosis and Bumcrack. Thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll catch you all on Sunday night. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye-bye, and thank you.